Hello there, everyone. This is a Hers and His podcast. This has been a long time coming. This is your host, Brandy J. And this guy over here is back in the building, Poppy J.
How you doing, everyone?
Guys, so we have something I personally think is genius for the Hers and His podcast. It's this is for the Patreon, yeah,
Yeah,
the
go ahead.
Patreon family. And we're doing the Confessions of a Man, right?
And you put it on pause.
Oh shit. And we're gonna put it on Podbean. Confessions of a Man. This is the book, the first one, right? The first book that Poppy J wrote. I think he wrote this one
Oh, this
in
is the second book I wrote.
the second, because
The
he
first one I published.
published. He be dropping. Oh yeah, duh.
Yeah, go
What
ahead.
am I thinking?
That was the first one that I published, but it wasn't the first one I wrote.
So that's what's going on here. And guess what? He doesn't have a clue what I'm about to ask him about this book. So you guys don't have a clue. Like he's just as surprised as you guys are. What chapter? What am I gonna ask? And I'm gonna ask some shit. Okay, because I've read some of this,
I read.
and so the chapter I chose, Mr. Gonzalez,
I'm listening.
is chapter. That's little Mr. Gonzalez.
Next time. All right. I want you to lay down. Okay. All right.
My
What
buddy
chapter do
Jalen.
we delving into, and what questions?
Okay, you have no idea, and here it comes. Let me sure I get the title right. Bird, wait, Virgin Island, yeah.
Okay.
Very interesting, but it's a part of the confession. So, you want to say anything before I ask anything?
No.
No,
What I
okay.
want to say.
Okay, so yeah, I read this chapter, and it's crazy to me, right? Because today I was like, what chapter should I read? And I forgot I had read this. So when I was looking over the chapter, I already knew it. Like I had read a novel. I was like, I already know this whole chapter. I felt like I was there. Do you know you wrote it in such a way where a book that doesn't have pictures, you can create your own in your head.
Yeah, that's why I don't got a fictional character. So every time you say I or you, it could be the person reading it.
Right, right. So I want to know, how do you feel? Okay, so then at that time, when reading the book, I guess let me help the listeners to understand more. What was going through your head when you very first lost your virginity in that moment?
Nothing.
Were you excited?
I'm definitely excited and just a horny nigga, horny little nigga.
Would you do anything differently? Like now, would you change any of that if like, or would that happen the same way it happened?
It would have to.
Yeah.
You don't think like you can't really. You ain't experienced as a young person, so when it happens, you never even know it happened. Like when it was happening, it was just like, all right, cool, ain't nothing wrong with this. I still didn't know what was happening. My uncle had to explain
Even after it happened,
that shit. Yeah, like it was no birds and bees talk
you just knew
until
it felt good.
after. It was too late by then. I was already fucking.
So how would you say how unexperienced were you, even though you was already fucking, that you still your uncle still had to tell you what you was actually doing?
Very. I was what in elementary school when I lost my virginity. I probably was in the fifth grade.
Hmm.
That puts me at what 11, some shit like that. Ain't nothing else but just that you stuck it in and that was it. My uncle explained all the birds and the bees and getting pregnant and all that stupid shit.
Would you
It was
say?
too late by then. I was already a horn dog. Like my man dog downstairs. He got one taste of it, and anything that even resembles smells the scent is gonna drive him crazy.
But you say you still have that same sense.
Now,
Hmm.
hell no.
Why is it does it seem like that boy? Okay, let me track back with this because obviously there was a young lady that was involved that was more experienced, and in the book, her name is I can say her name right.
Yeah,
I
cause
don't even need to look. Her
now
name's Veronica.
the book name ain't real.
Veronica was well, how was she 11? How old was this girl?
If I was 11,
And you was a babysitter, wasn't you?
she was probably like 9, 10.
Okay. And how did you feel
It was a
then?
bunch of just young kids that shouldn't have been left home alone.
Yes, this shit still goes on these days. but, but, do you think that she was way too experienced for her age?
I wrote in the book
Well, gotta let the listeners know.
that I'm pretty sure she was molested. She was way too experienced, or she was sitting in the closet while everything was going on. She was experienced.
She saw some shit. She knew some shit. Yeah.
She definitely saw some shit. But that was that life. That was the 80s.
Hmm.
Everybody was coked up. Everybody was clubbing. The adults. This is when the adults club like how the young kids club now.
Hmm.
So that was just the time I was in.
Okay. So where you are now as a man, a grown man, obviously you're more experienced. From that moment till now, would you say that let me see. That will always be that. Okay. So you know how somebody hits some weed and it's like bomb and you can never go back to that same, you'll never get that same high. Some people chase a high or whatever. That was your exposure to sex. So that was like, oh, that was everything. Would you say that was the most exciting, like that feeling that you ever get again? Was it like better or will that one always stand out because that was the first one?
Hell no. That shit is bygone. That shit is bygones. Our first one is never like, listen, man. If you wasn't repeatedly just always having sex with the first one wasn't nothing. Because it was somebody that I wound up fucking that gave it to me more than twice, which felt a lot better than twice. So the first one wasn't shit, man. As I said, you can't fucking look. I honestly can't even say that my heart was broken by a female
To this day?
to this day.
And that is because the position that you took from what you've seen growing up.
I
Uh,
just don't expect nothing lasts forever. When you realize nothing lasts forever,
you don't expect it.
I don't expect it to last forever.
So even in relationships, so is that why you don't do relationships or really seek it or even really care to have one? Because
It has something to do with that.
can I ask you another? Okay, I'm gonna ask you. Can I ask you a question? Could you say honestly that some men feel that way because of kind of like out of fear
Nah, I mean some.
of not getting
I
their
ain't
heart
just.
broken or
I ain't speak for me, man. It ain't about worrying about getting my heart broken. If like, how can you break my heart if I don't believe that something, there's nothing that lasts forever.
but you can still have your heart broken because
Nah,
if
you
you love
can't.
somebody,
All right, people die every day. I hurt.
so you saying that you'll never fall in love.
I don't know. First of all, I'm not falling for shit. And
Or will you get into love?
second of all, I've been in love. That don't. This is what crazy people like. Being in love don't mean you can't walk away.
Yeah, I'm saying so. Are
So
you
I've
open
been
to
in
it
love.
again?
I don't care for it. It is what it is. When it happens, it happens. I'm not looking for it. I will not even. I probably won't even notice it if somebody was trying to tell me.
Pay
I'm dead ass.
him.
I don't give a fuck about that shit right now. Honestly, I never really gave a fuck about it. I always tried it because
Uh-huh.
people said that was the shit. Mad people lied to me. Mad
This
people
is the
lied.
confessions, people.
Yo, mad people lied to me, man. Told me that all that bullshit. You ain't gotta be in no damn relationship.
No, you don't have to. You shouldn't be in one if you don't
And if
want to.
you are in one, it don't gotta be where you fuck. We ain't bound it to forever.
This is what I think. I think if you want to be in it, be in that shit.
It's like rent.
Don't be in it because of other people.
It's like having a car. You make the payments, and when you're done with the car, you get rid of it. Trade it in.
Wait, say that again. We didn't hear you.
It's like a car. Everybody's only making payments until they get tired and they want to upgrade to a new car, a new purse, a new whatever it is, a people's choice.
That's how you feel about it.
Yeah,
So you ready to upgrade?
no, I'm done. I'm chilling. I don't need to upgrade shit. I ain't like the last car. What you think I want? I'm good. I'll use public transportation.
Got it. Got it. Got it. Loving it. We're loving it. So in that chapter, okay. Oh, so everybody can follow along. We're doing chapter by chapter. So this one was called Virgin Island, and Poppy created a book to talk about his deep depth endeavors with
Females.
females. And so we're giving you pieces and parts until you the book is, and then you can purchase. That's why we're only doing Patreon. And as you see, this is what I'm sorry.
Cause I'm eating. We're gonna always talk. If I gotta talk about something of my life, I gotta be comfortable. Listen, this don't on. This could go on anywhere you want. It just ain't gonna be live when you put it out there.
It's gonna
I don't
be
care
a
if you put this on YouTube. However you want to shop this shit, shop it. I'm just saying. I'm not doing no lives.
you heard the people. He's not doing any live. This chapter here wasn't very long.
It was your first one. At 11 years old, man.
83 to 84.
My first one wasn't. It's not like I lost my virginity at 18 or some shit, 17, 16.
Does this chapter make you uncomfortable? Or talking about this?
I don't know. Shit, nigga. How many niggas lose their virginity at 11? I give a fuck how it transpired, nigga. I got pussy early. I was born by pussy, got pussy before I could even get out the fucking crib. My life has just been gravy. God the hell I care what chapter. None of these chapters offend me. They don't, man. None of these chapters offend me. I wouldn't have
They
wrote it.
shouldn't. You wrote them. Yeah. I'm just tripping off of you.
Oh yeah.
This is Poppy J in the building, and this is what you get, right? You get what you get. Honesty, I guess, right? I'm gonna need you to be more engaged, okay?
I am engaged. I wrote a book. So
I never
I'm
liked him.
fully engaged.
So, Poppy, let me ask you: before Veronica came along and knocked your rocks off, how long did you think it was gonna be before you got some ass?
I don't know. You don't think of that as a kid.
Mm. Was you looking at it all the time?
You know, we had women that we admired. It wasn't girls though, and you don't look at it like that. Like you know how long it's gonna take you to get some ass.
But you was checking out Veronica.
I wasn't checking out with Veronica. Veronica just popped up at my crib, and that was it. Whatever happened from there, from playing house, that's how it always ended up. Let's play house.
That's when you hear kids say, "Let's have a playing house."
That was the shit back then.
Is it house or doctor, right?
Nah, fuck the doctor. We was just playing straight house. We only could play what you know, and we only knew house. And we acted just like however who was we decided to be. But I didn't know. And even playing house, I never fucking thought I was gonna get some ass.
And you did score. And from there on out, you didn't have to try too hard. It just came.
From then on out, every time she came around, we fucked.
Okay.
That was it.
And even
Like a
after
lot.
her, you still was fucking.
Even after, then it was like, oh shit, pussy.
Hey.
Let's get this pussy. You could do a lot of things in life, but pussy, you can always add pussy to the menu. Hustling, get some pussy. Working, get some pussy. Working out, get some pussy. You on
Some
a
pussy.
diet, get some pussy.
Get some pussy.
Can never lose when you when that is the end result, no matter what you're doing.
Get a bottle first.
Yeah, just get some pussy.
We could turn that
You
into a
feel like
brand.
you ain't shit.
Get some
Life is
pussy.
your life is beating you up. You go to that girl that'll give you some pussy. And you let her fuck the shit out of you and remind you, yo,
It ain't over.
it's another day. There's another day. Don't give up. There's another day. And here's a good reason why you should stick around for another day. I know it don't go like that, but that would be an ideal.
Okay. Well, I don't know how I just what's the time say up there?
It's only 15 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
Because
You act like you ask mad questions. You ain't ask shit.
I did ask shit. I'm about to
Nah.
ask you because you're
All
not
right.
really giving me what I need right now. I need you to just give full
I am giving it full. I can
Poppy
answer
J
every
swag.
question. I'm answering it just like Poppy J.
So Jay, what would you tell somebody your age then, a young man that came to you and told you the same shit that kind of happened to them? Maybe not the same exact scenario, but he had somewhat of the experience. What would you tell him differently?
What would I tell him to do
Yeah,
differently?
let's say it's somewhere around my son's age.
And he said, yo, he got a girl that wants to give him some
Yeah.
ass. I probably would tell him to get it. I just would explain there's a lot of things that come with being safe and all that shit. But I would definitely tell him to get some ass. I'm not
you
gonna.
wouldn't tell him you're too young, bro.
Nah, too young for what? You're never too young to experience life.
Would you have the same scenario for a young lady though? Would it change for a girl?
I wouldn't know. That would probably be mommy's secret. She's not gonna tell me I kill that bitch. But that's just a man thing. No man wants to ever know their daughter's fucking, know when it's about to happen or anything. We like to know when it's too late. That's it. Cause then we accept it more better. Cause then we know we fucked somebody's little sister or little daughter. And we probably did, I probably did made way worse than what I expect a nigga to do for mine. So I can't be a hypocrite. But it is different. It's a lot of different. There's no way for any guy to say that he would deal with the son and the daughter the same. It's just some biased shit. You could try to be as equal as you want, but when they get to that sex shit, there's certain conversations I never want to talk about. Go to your mother with that shit, man. You only supposed to tell me as a daughter if a nigga hurt you. I don't need to know you fucking. I don't know want to know who you fucking until you about to get married. If you ain't getting married, don't introduce that nigga to me. That's it. I mean, you can introduce it to me, but don't think I'm supposed to be like, hey, like nigga, get the fuck out my face. But I would tell my son to slay that shit. Got to experience something.
Okay, okay, okay. All right. And at least you would tell him to buckle up. I
Well,
mean,
I definitely would tell him because you know he ain't getting no more money from me if he gets somebody
you
pregnant.
wouldn't like tell him no positions or nothing like that. You got to get her like this, nothing like
You gotta live like you.
that.
I can't. Boy, that'll be like trying to make him be me
True that. True.
or be that like my identical.
True
So
that.
I'm just telling him, yo, welcome it, and then whatever position he gets out of that, whichever one is his favorite, he's gonna. Nobody can tell you what position that is because once you get in it, there's always one that just feels a little better. Each person gives you a different
Oh
feel
my God, you're
depending
terrifying
on
me
the
as a
division. I'm just saying.
mother. But this is realistic. This is reality.
No, it is.
And you're a lot younger than what he is. Shit. All right.
I'm just saying. Everybody has a different feel.
Damn.
So if you don't fuck, if you start like, that's why I say there's never. I probably never. It's just crazy. You can't compare. I don't know how even women get when they get upset, act like it's a comparison thing. There's nothing comparable to to the women that I sleep with. Even when I was a fucked up nigga and cheat. Oh, you think, nah, I ain't trying to play shit, man. There was a different feel. I was there. We was chasing a feel. Everybody think we chasing love. We ain't chasing love. I
Oh
don't
yeah,
give
we know
a fuck about love. I already, love is a headache. I don't need to love 5 different women. That just makes no sense. You know
that.
what I'm saying? I'm just fucking, it's just a feel. There's a vibe, a feel that attracts you to people. Everybody comes across it. There's a vibe.
Yeah.
So that bitch ain't gonna tell me she ain't never seen a nigga and just was like, damn, like a chill or something, or a vibe. Like it's just a feel, don't mean love.
Yeah, I've
It
had one
just
of those
means a
before.
nasty, lusty moment. And everybody's entitled to that.
And I can't say I've had them a lot, but I've had them.
Listen,
And I
lust
welcome them, especially when you
lust
get
is
older.
evil when lust is a sin when you fucking just become some OD nutty nigga. Lust is everything is a it's a word for a fucking reason. It's got a definition for a
Yeah,
reason.
it's not good.
So that means somebody experienced lust for them to even call it lust.
It's one of the sins.
Man, listen, smoking crack is a sin.
One of the seven sins.
Touching kids is a sin.
Yep, it's one of the
All
seven
right,
sins.
so I don't care about none of the sins, man.
I didn't. I just
If
said.
touching kids ain't a sin, as bad as touching kids
Of
is
course,
way
that
more than a
is.
sin
Yeah,
than lust.
but you know, like you
Yeah,
have
so I'm
lust,
gonna experience.
gluttony,
So I'm
like
gonna
those things.
I'm gonna experience a little bit of lust. I sprinkle it in there.
Yeah,
It's like everything. You gotta have everything within.
boundaries. Like
Yeah, little proportions.
Yeah.
But sprinkle of lust. You know what I'm saying? I don't really do the envy too much, so I add more lust, a little more touch of lust to give it some flavor. Gluttony. I mean, I have my moments. I'll sprinkle a little gluttony on my life. I ain't never felt bad. Yeah, but that would see the first chapter is really not even a real chapter. It's like a young kid. I had to write it as a young kid that really didn't know shit.
And that's why I touched on that.
So I didn't even really want to write the chapter because it was like everything. A lot of the sexual part of the descriptions, nigga didn't wasn't thinking about all that shit. It's just something that I remember vivid. Like I can remember that. If anything out of anything, I remember my first. I remember every last sexual experience I wrote. I got a good memory. The vision of the actual female or the body parts is kind of blur, but the actual event, I remember. It's clear as day.
Well, that's what I started with, just to like break us in. I think I had a long work day.
Yeah, this ain't hard. Telling the truth is never hard. I could do this shit. I could have did this shit with my eyes closed.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But that's what I had for today because I just wanted to test it out and see where it goes. If we liked it, and if we wanted to get deeper with it, obviously we will.
No, if you like it, if your viewers like it, and they think that it's worthy of us to continue,
Yeah.
then I'll continue.
Yeah,
It
I like
ain't
that.
whether I like it. I don't give a fuck.
I like that. How about everybody else? So actually, we're going to give it more than just Patreon. This
Yeah,
we're
you
putting
gotta
this shit on
spread it out
fucking
and
YouTube.
see if people like. I need to see comments. You should put a poll out there when you post this.
Yay! I am. That's a isn't it just so smart?
All right.
Genius, Poppy.
Sometimes when I'm super
Don't be trying to cut me.
when I'm super tired,
That's what I'm saying. I know you're tired.
that's when I probably get a little use my brain.
All right. Okay, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in to the new season of A Hers and His podcast, Confessions of a Man. I will be more interactive. I do have a Facebook group, and we will have a poll, and shit's about to do something very interesting with this. So thank you for tuning in, and I
I don't know
agree.
what that throwing the fist was, but I'm
You're just
tired.
tired.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get the fuck out of here before I do something else. And
Peace.
just put this out everywhere and then we'll see. And if y'all
Okay.
like it, I'll carry on with my audio of confessions. I don't know what else to say. I'm done. I'm tired.
Yep, we're out. This is the hers and his. Confessions
Peace.
of a Man. Peace.